video. We're so incredibly excited about this journey that you said yes to. And we want you to know that you really can have and achieve as much as you want in Isagenix. 20% of what you're going to do in the past 5 videos have all been mechanical. Isagenix as a business is 20% mechanical, 80% mindset. So this last video, we're really gonna share with you about your mind and about what it's going to take for you to have amazing success. We understand that, these past 5 videos may have been a lot to absorb. And it is. We have never arrived. We have never gotten to a final destination. We are on this big, beautiful journey of learning, growing, developing, saying funny things out of our mouth, and maybe it not being received in the exact way that we want it to be received. But what we do know is that the more that we can develop ourselves, the more we can accomplish in our business. So we really want to spend, the next little bit of time pouring belief into you and telling you and showing you what you can do to develop yourself greater and become the type of person that can acquire more wealth.
And so to add to that as well, I love the picture and the analogy of an axe and a tree. And if you want to go cut a tree down and you are hitting this tree with a blunt axe, it's going to take so much longer to get it down. But if you go to work on the axe and you sharpen that blade, you're going to be able to cut the tree down so much faster. And likewise, when you start to go to work on yourself and you really say, okay, I'm taking control of my life right now. From this moment forward, I am no longer a victim of my circumstances, but I am an owner, I am a creator of whatever I want it to be. And I'm gonna be okay with the growth process. I'm gonna be okay with maybe not hitting the mark every time because I am going to fail forward. And I have a community of people around me that are gonna support me and cheer me on to whatever I want my life to look like. Once you own that place and you own that identity that you can create whatever you want here with Isagenix, everything changes. The mechanics that we talked about in the past 5 videos become so simple and so smooth because you're trusting the process. In this video, you'll find out, if you haven't already, that you're not going to be a millionaire overnight. Anything that comes too quickly is often going to leave just as quickly or amount to nothing. And so we really want to instill habits. We really want to instill, ways of thinking, the ways that successful people think and mirror their patterns, mirror their habits that they have created, because inevitably the success will come for you as well. And so we're going to talk about mindset. And one of the things that we both learned early on is that self-development is so crucial. We take showers.
So important.
We take showers every single day for the outside of our body. It's so important for us to wash the inside, of our mind and to make sure that we are really in control of what's going into our mind. So we start off every day in prayer. We also start off every day with 10 truths, which is really a simple activity, but you sit there and you name 10 truths that you are grateful for. I am alive. I am healthy. I am an overcomer. I walk in authority. People want to be around me. People want to hear me speak. I am setting people free. Examples like that. I am not bound by stress. I am walking in freedom and in peace. Starting your day off with the right mindset will change the trajectory of every day that you walk into, but it requires intentionality. It requires you saying, I am going to take 5 minutes, 10 minutes and really focus my thoughts. I am going to really, hone in on where I'm going to choose to see the world. Instead of there's never enough, there's always enough. And there's an abundance all around us. And walking from that, you're going to see, as crazy as it sounds, that your Isagenix will start to flourish so much more when you're operating from that headspace rather than a lack or scarcity mindset.
Yeah, and it's really, really interesting because James touched upon something so important, because what you think about, you talk about. And what you talk about, you bring about. And so the reason we start out our day with 10 truths, and we would encourage you, get a piece of paper out right now. Write out 10 truths about yourself and look at that. Pin it on your mirror in your bathroom. Read those out to yourself every day, because what you talk about, you're gonna bring about. If you're struggling with belief, one of the best ways to grow belief is by speaking truth over your life. I am going to be successful in Isagenix. I am becoming the person that is attracting positive, life-giving, professional people into my organization. So we really, really encourage you, speak those truths out. I know when we first got started, we were so excited about this opportunity of Isagenix. I was flying home from my first big event, and I was handed the book GoPro by Eric Worre. So this is another tool to put in your tool belt to
Absolutely
grow
read it.
your personal development, to grow yourself. This book, GoPro, I read it in 3 hours. Small little book by Eric Worre. It taught me everything I needed to know about network marketing. And after I was done reading that book, my belief was a 10 out of 10. It was so unshakable that to this day, 4.5 years later, no one could sway me. No negative word could sway me from knowing the truth of what network marketing and residual income can bring into my life and into every other person's life that takes part in it. So one of the biggest books that we recommend for you to read, for your team members to read, is GoPro by Eric Worre. You can find it on Amazon for like $5 and get it ordered, immediately. We also really love the book. You can get it on the audiobook as well, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. I've got to tell you, 4.5 years ago, my blueprint, when it came to wealth creation, it wasn't anywhere near as big and as vision-minded as it is today. We have had to develop ourselves so much to become the people that could have, a multiple six-figure income, $1 million a year residual income. We have to grow and consistently grow into being that person. There are hardships that are gonna come along, struggles that are going to happen, but we know if we are building ourselves up, building our mind up, when those oppositions come, it's not gonna affect us the same way. Because our vision is going to be so forward-minded. It's going to be so deep inside of our heart that nothing can be swayed. So this particular book, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, completely changed our wealth blueprint. It got us so crystal clear on where we're going, the words that we speak out of our mouth, and how powerful they are. So this book is another book that we really recommend. You can listen to it on audio, so if you're driving in the car or if you're at the gym or you're on a run, this can be a great tool, again, to put in your tool belt.
And the last book we recommend is The Go-Giver, an incredible book that really gives you a picture of what business can look like in a very, very opposite way than this dog-eat-dog mentality. You've got to get the bigger piece, all this stuff. It's one of my personal favorite books because it shows you what true business relationship can look like and how it can flow of peace, and you can be adding value to everybody that you come in contact with without devaluing yourself at all. So moving on, let's talk about expectations. Right now, where you're sitting, you have expectations for what Isagenix can be for you and what this is going to look like and how it's going to unfold. And managing those expectations is a huge a predictor of how successful you are going to be and maybe how frustrating the journey is going to be as well, or lack thereof. And so when we talk about expectations, I think everybody would want to come in here and be a six-figure income earner, right? It's safe to say if you're watching this video, you want to be a six-figure earner. It's an entirely different thing. I think there's three different, I'm going to jump ahead of myself. We're going to talk about 3 different levels of commitment and expectations right now. So everybody coming in wants to have success, and they want to have massive success with Isagenix. That's the first level, that you want it. The second level of commitment or of success, I would say, is that you choose to be successful in Isagenix. You choose to get on the calls. You choose to get to the events. You choose to stay plugged into the systems. And while that is a very powerful level, the most powerful level of success, the most important level is that you are committed to your success. That no matter what comes at you, no matter how many people tell you no matter how frustrating the journey might get, you are so unshakably committed to having success here in Isagenix. And once you get to that level, your expectations may change, and they're constantly changing for all of us who are making new goals daily. But saying, I am committed right now to have success in this. I want it, yes. I choose to have it, absolutely. But I am not going anywhere until I have success with this. And let me tell you, just from a mindset standpoint, once you have past those first 2 levels and you get to that third one where you say, it doesn't matter what anybody else tells me, it doesn't really matter what anybody else does, I am going to have success with this, success will come to you like a freight train.
It will.
It comes to you so fast and so hard because you've made the decision and it's not contingent on what anybody else to the left or to the right of you is doing.
So also, you know, to really continue to build upon that belief, getting to events are crucial. A Super Saturday, a UIA, an ICU, New Year kickoff, celebration, any local events you can plug yourself into, the community and the environment in which you get yourself around is going to fire you up from the inside, and it's going to keep you going when the mechanics get boring or when there's frustrations. You're always going to have that community to remind you of why you started Isagenix. I know for us, we love obviously developing ourselves personally. And another great tool for your tool belt is the Isagenix podcasts. You listen to those because it's going to teach you even more about how to connect, more tips and tools that you can have on social media, on how to have rank advancements within your organization. These are all things that you can do to develop your mind because, guys, we get it more than anybody else. We understand when your best friend tells you no. We understand when it's free enrollment week and the people that you've reached out to will not, answer your text messages back. But guys, our vision is so much bigger than any naysayers. It is so much bigger than the negativity that can come against us because we know that what we have with this is far greater than anything else. So when we put on and have that strong mindset, it empowers us to continue moving about and doing the daily action, connecting, sending Isagenix tools, getting on those 3-way phone calls. It is building us up and firing us up to do coaching calls with our product users, to do coaching calls with our business builders, to teach them how to rank advance, show them the compensation plan. It is so imperative and so important to build your mind up. So getting to events, listening to podcasts, building and growing your mindset is going to cause you to go further and faster than you could ever go without it.
So right now on your piece of paper that you have in front of you in your notebook, I want you to write down my belief in, and then I want you to put network marketing, the Isagenix products, the Isagenix compensation plan, and myself. And I want you to rate very honestly, this is just between you and yourself right now, very honestly, what your belief in those 4 categories are. Because what your belief in those 4 categories right now means, and really what it represents is how effective you are going to be in connecting and how effective you're going to be and how natural all of this is going to come into play in your daily action as far as the mechanics go. You see, when you have an unshakable belief and your conviction level is higher than the moon with Isagenix, the how-to really takes care of itself. The logistics and all of the ins and outs, they really do take care of themselves because you are pulled with such a conviction that this is the greatest industry, that this is the greatest company in the greatest industry. We have by far the greatest products and we have by far the greatest compensation plan that anybody has ever seen. And that you were destined for greatness, that you were made for such a time as this to come and to bring a service and a blessing to thousands upon thousands of people. When you have that belief, a 10 out of 10 in every single one, all of the mechanics that we have talked about in the previous videos will take care of themselves. And you will find a way and they will become a habit. You won't need to have your enrolling sponsor tell you and remind you to do this and do that because you'll be so hungry. You will want it so badly. You'll be staying up late at night. Odd and I both used to stay up and still do stay up so late at night, refining ourselves, practicing, mastering all of this stuff so that we could be the most effective communicator, the most effective connector, the most effective product coach that we could be because our belief in this was at a level 10. And so going back, listening to podcasts, reading books, getting around people that are edifying you, that are lifting you up and pushing you to where you want to be. I'm going to be really honest. If you're surrounding yourself with people who are dissuading you from doing Isagenix or trying to tear you down, really take a close look and a hard look and say, are these really people I want to have and continue to have in my life when this is where I want to go down the road? Are they going to help me get there? And if not, you may need to set up some boundaries and limit yourself, because whether you like it or not, you will be the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with on a daily basis.
So embrace your process. Embrace your process. Do not quit. There have been so many times where I thought to myself, am I ever gonna get this business off the ground? Should I throw in the towel? Is this really a fit for me? I'm here to say it is a fit for you. You will have tremendous success. Embrace your process. Don't look to the left and don't look to the right. Look in the mirror at yourself. Become the best version that you can, because the more that you become the best version that you can, the more success you're going to have. Hold on to the truth that you are capable for big and mighty things. Hold on to the truth that you will have tremendous success. And then embrace the process. Make a commitment that you're not going anywhere, that you're in this, that this is a lifestyle nutrition attached with an unbelievable compensation plan. And no matter what your journey looks like, you are going to achieve it. We cannot wait to continue to cheer you on, to get to know you better. We believe in you. We know that you're destined for great things. So continue to develop your mind, and there will be nothing that you can't achieve.